Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Today I'm just going to kind of go through what we've been going through here in Texas. If you haven't watched the news and you don't know already, we have been under a severe winter storm. Um, so yeah, this is day 3 of the winter storm, and I have not been able to do days 1 and days 2, but I'll be sure to post some pictures at the end of the video so you guys can kind of just see what it's looking like on the streets and around the house for days 1 and 2. We've been in and out of power. The snow is still on the ground and the ice is still on the ground. Right now we've got some precipitation. It's supposed to be like this all day, but pretty much for the past 3 days, including today, the power has been on and off, mostly off. And it's very cold. We are in Texas, are not used to this weather, at least southern Texas. So me, my family, and my kids have just been trying to stay warm. So I'm just going to walk you guys through what we've been going through the last couple of days and how we're staying warm, how we are conserving power, energy, and it's bright right now because it's daylight. It's in the morning, and we usually have a lot of brightness early in the morning. The skies are not clear. It's cloudy, it's raining, but it is bright because it is daytime. So that's kind of the light that you're seeing right now. But the power actually just went off a few minutes ago. We get power probably every, I don't know, we'll have it for a couple hours and then it'll turn off. And then another community will have it for a couple hours. And then when theirs turns off, ours will come back on. And it's kind of been like this yo-yo effect. So don't quite know what's going on, but it's really bad. And yeah, let's just go walk through and let me show you guys what we've been or how we've been handling the power outage situation for the past couple of days. This is day 3 and we still have snow. It has not gone anywhere, barely, I think just a little bit. You can see the grass a little bit now. It was completely white back here all the way up to right here was snow. So actually, I guess you could say a lot of it did go down, but we still have a lot of white in the front and in the back. So yeah, fun for Texas. So we do have running water, which is good because we actually haven't had any issues with running water. Our water has been running pretty good for all 3 days since this bad weather started. There was one night, overnight into the morning, where it was really low, but ever since then we haven't really had any issues with water. So thank goodness we're getting water. That hasn't really been a problem. Same thing with the faucets. We are getting good running water with the faucet situation, so that's good. Hey guys, so basically right now the power is back on. It'll probably stay on for about a couple of hours, but it's been doing this, I'd probably say, for the past 2 days. I think the first day we would have power on a little bit longer, maybe 4 hours at a time, and they've kind of minimized that now to 2 hours at a time. And so right now it's back on. It's probably back on just for a couple of hours. So usually what I do is like right now, this is probably the last thing I do, but like I hurry up and run the dryer if I'm trying to wash some sheets or something like that. I'll cook, so if I need to pop something in the oven, I'll do that real quick. Obviously, I'm going to charge our generator, which I'll show you guys in a second, and charge our rechargeable flashlights and anything we need to charge. And also the refrigerator will have plugged back in. Just anything that we can do within this couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours that we do get with the power on. Again, water hasn't really been an issue for us, so we're just going to continue on running the water. We're getting hot and cold water, so that, again, that hasn't been an issue. Thank goodness. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys really quick what we're doing while the power is on, and see how all of that has been working out for us so far. So as you can see, guys, they're talking about us right now on CNN. Right now we are cooking up some soup. Stove works. Because we just light it and go. So this hasn't really been an issue. We pretty much use the stove for everything right now. And then our oven, only when the electricity is on, we'll go ahead and turn it on if we need to and cook something really quick. So that's been okay. Same thing with the microwave, which we're not using a lot, even with the power on. Refrigerator is good right now, but because the power's been on and off and we typically don't run it much with the generator, we've taken most things out of there and we've put them in the deep freezer outside because they stay pretty cold out there, or we put it in our Igloo Ice Chest in the back, which I'm going to show you guys that. So this is our Igloo Ice Chest, and this is where we have been putting a lot of our food. This is the stuff that we don't want frozen, but stuff that we want to stay cold, and because it's been in the 30s and below out here, that's not very difficult to do. So in our Igloo Ice Chest is where we have some of our refrigerated items that we keep out here that stay really nice and cold when we don't want to run the refrigerator on the generator, because again, it runs down a lot of power. So we'll put some stuff out here like our essentials, and then anything else that could stay in the fridge and still be okay with the weather, we keep in the fridge. So that's all, just some snacks. All right, guys, this is our generator. This is the electric generator that we have. This is the Ego brand. If you guys are not familiar with them, they make a lot of electronic devices such as lawnmower equipment, so your blowers, your lawnmowers, your weed eaters. Awesome product, completely rechargeable. There is no gas or anything like that. And so we decided to buy their generator. This is the Nexus Power Station. And this charges, I want to say, up to, if it's fully charged with all 4 batteries, the 56 volt. All of those fully charged. So this is going to be your 7.5. And I want to say that the smaller one is going to be the 2.5, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to ask the hubby. This is more of his thing. But leave it in the comments if you have questions about this, guys, and I'll get those questions answered for you, because this is something I'll have to ask him more about. But right now we have 4 of those batteries, and they are fully charged. I have the power off because I have it on the charger while our power is on. And once I unplug that, I'll go ahead and power it on. Let me see if it'll power on now. Yes. So it says that charging is complete. So I'm going to unplug it just to show you guys. And let me power it back on. And it's going to show you where we're at. Okay, so it gets up to 88 hours. That's pretty good. Pretty good. And we also have the smaller ones that I was just talking about. These are fully charged already. And these are the 2.5s, also 56 volt. So if we, for whatever reason, need them, which I highly doubt, we do have those fully charged, and we'll just slide them in here and replace the batteries. But the batteries tell us how fully charged they are with the rings. So these are all good to go, and the screen tells us here also how fully charged each one is. Starts with the first and works its way to the second, third, and fourth. And for things that are high powered, like the refrigerator, you'll kind of hear it start to run a little louder. Space heaters, I will tell you, they use so much power. I don't recommend using them with this, but you can. Once you start to plug things up, you'll start to notice this go down. So I'll show you guys that in a second, but basically this will drop all the way down. Like if you decide to plug in a space heater, this will probably drop all the way down to 5 hours. Assuming that you keep the space heater plugged up the entire time, that's how much time you'll have left on the generator. Refrigerator, it might drop down to like 20 hours. So anything high powered, you're going to run this thing down pretty quickly, but typically we don't do that. We only have it plugged in for a little while, so we haven't had any issues with that. This thing has been keeping us up afloat, and it's been lasting a long time. Here you see you've got 4 ports for your USB charging stations, and when you want to use that, you'll press this button and it'll turn green, and that'll basically get those ready to charge. And when you plug something up, like I said, you'll start to notice the time go down, and I'll show you that. And then here we've got our extension cord plugged up for the refrigerator. But if I wanted to use all three of these stations, which are just your regular socket plugs, 1, 2, and 3, I'll just press this button, and that will activate the refrigerator. And you'll start to notice that it's running because it's the refrigerator. And you see how it went down to 12. It'll just fluctuate, and once you unplug it, the time will go all the way back up for the most part, minus the time that you took to charge the refrigerator. So if you kept this plugged in for however long full time, then it's telling you this is how much time you have left on the generator. As soon as you unplug it and stop it, that time will go right back up. So if I take it off, and as you can see, the refrigerator's on. And usually I'll just keep it plugged up for a little bit and then take it back down, because we really don't have a whole lot in there that really needs to be plugged. You know, when the power's down, it's pretty cold in here. Right now the power is up, and I'll show you what the thermostat is reading with that. But when I turn it off, you'll see that the time goes down. And the refrigerator is off again. It stops running, and then you see your time going back up to normal. So it's pretty awesome. It gives you a really accurate read, and you kind of know where you stand with the generator. Hey guys, so right now the thermostat is at 68.75. It says when the power reboots, it just jumps right back into its routine, which is great. We try not to go any higher than that, but it does heat the house pretty quickly, and so we've been happy with that temperature. When the power goes off, it still feels warm for a while, so that's really helpful. Alright guys, so we have our Ninja here. If you haven't checked out my Ninja video, my unboxing, please check that out. But we haven't really used this much with the power outage, just because I don't really need it, and it does run down the generator a lot. Very high powered. So this is something that's just been kind of sitting dormant, but I think I used it once just to do some French fries, just to kind of have something different. But other than that, I haven't used this during the power outage. And here we've got our flashlights. These two are battery operated LEDs that have magnets on them. Pretty cool. You're waking up in the middle of the night and it's dark, you're out of power, you just click it like a pin, it turns on, turns off. So we got two of those for like if you're going to the restroom, so we'll keep them in the restrooms or in the bedroom. And then we got another LED. We have two of these, but one of them I have in a different place right now. But I want to say we got these from Buc-ee's, if I'm not mistaken. But this is a Husky brand. This one's a chargeable LED light. It charges here with its main LED light. It lowers that function, and then it charges from the tip LED light. So pretty awesome features, and it folds real easy. Easy for storage. So we've been using all of these a lot when the power goes out at night and during the day, because it gets pretty dark when the sun's not out. And then we've got another flashlight here. It's got your Ryobi brand. This one I'm not too familiar with, but this is an 18-volt lithium. It's my husband's. And then we've got two battery operated, which we don't use much, but these are pretty high powered flashlights as well. This will light up an entire room. I mean, these things are awesome. And I think these are also from Buc-ee's. These are called Lux Pros. If you have questions about these guys, just leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to answer those questions for you. I want to say these tall black flashlights were about 29 bucks each, so they were kind of pricey, but they're pretty awesome. So our saving grace, guys, have been these really thick plush blankets. We got these from Sam's. They were $12.98 each. We probably have like 6 of them around the house. Let me tell you, I know it's just like a blanket when you're looking at it, but this thing alone will keep you warm. I mean, it has really helped us throughout this winter storm stay warm when the power's out. They are awesome, awesome, awesome. Again, you can get these in different colors at Sam's, but they're super warm. You don't even need a comforter or an extra blanket with this. You wrap yourself in this at night, I'm telling you, it will keep you completely warm. So we've been really happy with those, and thank goodness we bought those long before. So yeah, those are awesome. Again, those are from Sam's, and they were $12.98 at the time that we bought them. I'm not sure if they have them now. These are our poor little hanging basket plants that we had outside that we were trying to save. These are pansies. I think that they will be okay. I've given them sunlight yesterday and some water. Night one, these were outside and they took a really good beating, but I brought them in night two, and I think they may stay alive just because I did that. And this is a fancy plant that we have, but it's gone pretty dark. It was beautiful before this, but I don't think this one's going to make it, but we're going to wait and see, put it back outside, maybe cut it down. But yeah, guys, wrap your plants when it gets cold. And there's Ginger. She's been doing pretty good. This is the one that you always hear snoring in my videos, guys. She is a Boston Terrier. As you know, they are known for snoring. So if you ever hear snoring, it's not a person, it is her. She's 5 years old and she's as sweet as pie. But yeah, she never leaves this bed. So we gave her an extra blanket so she could stay nice and warm during this winter storm. Right now I am running the dryer. I know this is not important, but we have my brother coming over and we just want to make sure we have some clean sheets for him. And I just really needed to get them washed and dried, so I did take advantage of the power being back on to hurry up and do that. So far it's making it through the wash and the dry. Every time I do this though, the power goes out and it stops. That door locks, and so I can't get the clothes out, which makes them smelly, and then I have to do it all over again. It really sucks. So hopefully these make it through the power now that the power is back on. So this is how my kids are entertaining themselves, constantly fighting. I threw on the TV so they can watch a little bit of TV before the power goes back out. I have to fluctuate between activities. It is not easy. Thank goodness for Nintendo Switches, because when you don't have power or Wi-Fi or internet, you can at least still use a Nintendo Switch if you have the physical game. So those have been awesome, and I'm so thankful that I actually purchased those, or we purchased those for Christmas. Those have been a saving grace. So guys, days 1 and 2, it pretty much dropped down into the teens, which is unheard of here where we are in southern Texas. So it was pretty rough. The snow was heavy, and we definitely got several inches of snow, which we just don't see here. And the power outages probably started to really knock us out day 2, and of course today. And it's just been on and off, power on, power off, power on, power off, and mostly off throughout the night. So just imagine, your house is really cold. I think our house was definitely under 50 degrees for all of the nights, especially the first 2 nights, with it being in the teens at night, just super duper duper cold. So it's been really rough, but we've been trying to make it. Hopefully today will be better. I think now, as the weather passes through and the ice and the sleet kind of melt off a little bit, not much, but a little bit, hopefully we can get the power situation in order. That's probably really our biggest hurdle right now, is just everybody having power, since so many people don't have power here. So yeah, guys, just wanted to kind of fill you in on what I've been going through and how the days have been here. And I'm gonna again put some pictures at the end of this video that you can check out, just so you can get a visual of what I've been talking about. And if you have any questions, of course, leave a comment below and I'll be sure to answer. Any tips for us Texans out here in cold weather that we're not familiar with, and anything that you can offer would be awesome. So thank you guys for joining me, and wish us luck, and I will definitely see you on the next one, guys. Bye.